Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about the organizational structure of the Department of Education field offices. This topic is important because it helps us understand how DepEd is organized from the national level down to our schools. Each levels of DepEd has a special rule to make sure that all students in the Philippines receive a quality education. Let's start learning about each level, from the central office to the regional offices, then the division offices, and finally the school and learning centers. So let's proceed. The first one is central office. This is the main office of DepEd located in Manila. It is led by the Secretary of Education together with undersecretaries, assistant secretaries, and bureau directors. Their job is to make national plans, rules, and programs for all schools in the Philippines. For example, they made a K-12 program that all schools must follow. In simple words, they make the rules and plans for all schools. So let's move on. The second one is regional offices. There are 17 regional offices in the Philippines. Each region is led by a regional director. Their job is follow and apply the rules made by the central office in their region. They also monitor and guide the division under them. For example, ang DepEd Region 7, which is ang Central Visayas, help make sure nga kana ang school sa Cebu or mga nearby provinces gapaw sa DepEd rules. In simple words, they make sure ka kana nga rules are done properly in their area. The third one is School Division Office. Every province or city has a school division office, led by a school division superintendent. Their job is to manage the schools in their area and check if teachers and principal are doing well. For example, DepEd Cebu Province Division looks after all public schools in Cebu Province. So they supervise and help the schools in their city or province. So the last one is schools and learning centers. These are the actual schools where students learn. They are led by principal or learning center managers. Their job is to teach students and make sure lessons are based on DepEd curriculum. So for example, ang medallion no, ang mga teachers dato sa students kay nag-using siya og lesson made by DepEd. So kanang this is kanang where ang learning kani really happens jud. Kaya unlike man jud sa kanang private kay maghimo sila ilaha nga kanang idea kung unsang idea sa teacher kay mao na provide sa students. But ang DepEd man jud kina sila gisunod nga guide which is ang curriculum. Like ara sila mag-base ba or unsa ilang kuan kanang for example no kay kanang if na exam di ba ang DepEd kay ila pa na ipasa adto kung dapat kanang connected siya sa ilang curriculum or di ba? Then ang private magud ilan na maghimo na lang kay based akong experience kay nagikan ko sa private schools but ilaha jud lahi jud sila og kanang lahi sila klase sa ilang pag-teach depende na sa kanang teacher but ang DepEd man jud kina sila gisunod nga curriculum. To sum up the discussions, the first one is central office makes the rules and programs. The second one is regional office applies and monitor them in the region. The third one is division office supervises the schools in a province or city. The fourth one is schools teach students and apply DepEd lessons. From the top central office down to the bottom of schools, everyone works together to make sure students get a good and quality education. Thank you.
So, good day everyone. Now, let's move on to the location of Department of Education regional offices. So, DepEd has 16 regional offices across the country. So, the first region is San Fernando City, La Union. Region 2, Carig, Tuguegarao City. Region 3, San Fernando, Pampanga. So, there are two Region 4. Region 4A, Rizal Provincial Capital, Pasig City. Region 4B, Meralco Avenue, Pasig City. Region 5, Rawis, Legazpi City. Region 6, Iloilo City. Region 7, Cebu City. Region 8, Palo Leyte. Region 9, Zamboanga City. Region 10, Cagayan de Oro City. Region 11, Davao City. Region 12, Cotabato City. Region 13, Butuan City. Cordillera Autonomous Region, La Trinidad Benguet, National Capital Region, Quezon City, ARMM or Autonomous Region Muslim Mindanao, Cotabato City. Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao or ARMM, now known as Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao or BARMM, has its own regional secretary of education and staff because it is an autonomous region with a special form of self-government, and it is separate from National Department of Education. National programs and projects still involve it because they have their own Department of Education led by Regional Secretary of Education. This means they can make decisions, policies, and programs that are specific to the needs of the region, but still involved in national programs. Even though ARMM manages its own education system, it is still part of the Philippine education system. So when the National DepEd launches programs like teacher training and scholarships, curriculum updates like K-12, national examinations like NAT, the DepEd ARMM also participates and follow these programs to ensure that students in ARMM get the same quality of education as students in other regions of the Philippines. So, the Secretary of Education leads the entire department. So, ang kaning Secretary of Education, mo na siya ang pinaka-highest na official sa DepEd. They make important decisions, give directions, and ensure that all schools and offices follow the rules and programs of the department. The Secretary also oversees all levels of education, from elementary to high school, and works with other officials to improve the quality of education in the country. Republic Act 232 provides 4 undersecretaries and 4 assistant secretaries. Mo siya ang mo-help sa Secretary of Education to manage the whole department. So, there are 3 main bureaus under DepEd: Bureau of Elementary Education, Bureau of Secondary Education, and Bureau of Alternative Learning System. So, ang Bureau of Elementary Education focuses on improving teaching and learning in elementary schools. The Bureau of Secondary Education, it helps designs programs and activities that prepare students for college or work after graduation. Bureau of Alternative Learning Systems or ALS provides education for people who cannot attend regular school, such as out-of-school youth or adults. It gives them a chance to continue learning and finish their studies in a different way. There are 16 regional offices under DepEd. Each region is headed by a regional director. Each province or city has a school division headed by a school division superintendent. The superintendent has authority over all elementary and secondary, public and private schools in the division. Each school is led by a principal or school head whose duties are defined under Republic Act number 9155.
So, good morning everyone. I am Hasan Nora, and today I am going to discuss the organizational structure of the school system, which includes the schools or city division, the elementary schools and the secondary schools. So let's begin with the organizational structure of the schools or city division. So sa top, we have the office of the regional director. Siya ang in charge sa pag-supervise sa tanang schools within sa region. Siya pod ang mag-make sure if ang kanang schools kay ni-follow ba siya sa DepEd rules and program. So, under sa regional director is the schools division superintendent. So, mao ni siya ang mag-manage sa tanang schools within sa kana nga division. So, next we have the assistant school division superintendent. So, kani siya mao'y mag-help sa tanang supervision o administration sa schools. So, next, we have the administrative division and promotional staff. So, sila mao'y mag-assess in handling records, reports, o program for all schools. Then, we have the education program supervisors. So, sila mao'y ang expert sa subject. Sila ang mag-supervise o mag-monitor sa kana nga specific learning. Sama sa EPSI for English, EPSI for Math, EPSI for Filipino, EPSI for Science, EPSI for Social Study, EPSI for MAPI, EPSI for Values Education, EPSI for Araling Panlipunan. So, kana siya, each supervisor kay mag-help siya sa teacher o sa principals to improve sa ilang teaching in their subject area. So, next is sa below is the district supervisor. So, mao ni ang mag-monitor sa schools in the district, both elementary schools and secondary schools. Next, we have the organizational structure of an elementary schools. So, at the top is the principal. Siya ang head sa schools. Og siya pod ang responsible for managing the teacher, pupils, and schools activities. So, under sa principal kay ang grade coordinator or curriculum coordinator. So, kani siya ang mag-help sa pag-manage sa subject and sa grade level. Og mo-support sa teacher in preparing sa ilang lessons og activities. So next, we also have the guidance counselor. So mao ni siya ang mag-help sa pupils sa ilang personal and emotional and academic problems. Og mo po ni siya ang mo-guide sa pupils to do better in the schools. So under nila kay ang teacher. Sila ang magtudlo mo-guide sa mga bata matagadlaw. And lastly, kay ang pupils. Siya mao ang learners og center sa tanang schools activity. So, next is organizational structure of a secondary school. So, at the top, we also have the principals. So, ang principal kay mao'y mag-lead sa tanang schools. Next kay ang head teacher or department heads. So, mao'y mag-manage each subject like math, science, or English. Ilahang i-guide ang teacher in planning sa ilahang lesson o pag-check sa ilahang classroom performance. And then, next kay ang guidance coordinator. Ang guidance coordinator kay mao'y mag-lead sa schools in guidance program. Og ang guidance counselor kay mao'y mag-help sa students with their academic and personal concerns. So, naapoy librarian. Mao'y mag-manage sa library and mag-provide og kanang learning materials both teachers and students. Then, we also have the teacher. Mao'y may handle sa subject and mag-help sa student para makakaton o mag-grow. And last is the students. Mao'y main focus sa tanang school's effort. So that's end my report. Thank you for listening.